I was very interested in textiles in a different level. I had a grandfather and his mother were a weaver, a very good one. It was natural for me. I want to learn how to weave. So I went to school for 2 years and we learned all the techniques. But my idea was to do my own thing. It was not allowed in the education at all. I saw Hanna Ryggen. She made pictures in weaving that were really good, like a painting. And yeah, I think that is what I want to do. I want to do pictures in this media. So I start. Well, I wanted to have very well-known figures. Everybody knows about Mickey Mouse. But if I could put it in a special way, it can make another meaning. To combine things that are very not combinable, I like. Yeah, the time you're living, you have to make something of. Lots of things happened in the 60s and 70s, and maybe we felt like that in my generation. We were in the 50s, there was this atom bomb. We always knew about it. It can come any day. In the 60s, there was a big change for young people. All the hippies come, and that is what we were waiting for. Something has happened, it will change. In Sweden, there was an idea of that all people are the same. We are all the same, but we are not. Equal, equal, we are all equal. For me, it was a protest, because I think that everybody is a person and have a name. And numbers cannot be a person. It's frightening, anyhow. My favorite, I think it is Achtung, actions speak louder than words. Because I was in Germany many times and I have seen many demonstrations. And the demonstration there is serious. It's life and death. And always there was this police, Achtung, Achtung, comes from the cars, and every time you heard it, it was, ooh, what can happen? The Nazis was not over when the war was over. If you talk to people who was young in the 50s, it was not easy for them. It was very natural for me, because I could make the things in my head in the same way, how it should look and so, you know, as the textile. But the outcome is quite different. This Apple machine, it was the first Apple that was possible to make picture with. When you met these IBM people, they just laugh, oh la la, is that a computer? There were some people who knew and absolutely said that this will be a big thing with pictures in a computer. It's not only text. And I think that when we asked for money from the state for developing this, mostly it was the university who got the money. But when we came and said that, oh, we want to do art, they laugh and say, yeah, why not? Maybe it's possible. So I think it was because of that we got money. And when we then went to the bank, they immediately said, we give you the same. Because there was people, some places who knew it could be something. But in the art world, it was another thing, of course. They are not so modern. There were many people were against it. They said it's just for war or, you know, for big corporation and all the negative things you can see. And of course it happened. You can do other things also. When we got the money, we bought from Ireland for European use Apple II. And we bought, I think, 5. And then we have a hard disk. And it was 20 megabytes. We had a manual who comes with a computer. And you have to try. That's the thing also. They always said, hands-on. You try. Okay, I try and look and see. And that was the only way to hands-on try. The programming was very basic computing programming. Yeah, we got 2 programs from the States, Utopia and Coloring Board. And you have to boot the machine first, so it starts to work. And then you have to put in this Utopia, try to make something. And then I have to save it, took out that floppy disk and go to the next program. So it took a long time to do a picture. I think it's only a few people who used this machine who knew. Because when we come to 1986, 87, even Apple had another machine that was much better. It took between 15 and 20 hours. Because I could only use one pen, and so I can only use one color. And for every pixel, the pen has to go down 12 times. There was 240 pixels and 192. I think I had 150 plots that were acceptable. But when she looked at my material, the first thing she said that was, you must close the circle. Take these old digital pictures and make it textile again. I think it was so funny to do Magritte because he had this apple and apple. It's not an apple. And my birthday is the same as Magritte. It's not the same year, but the same day. I like him very much, yeah.